Hi, I'm Jing Yong and I'm head of fundamentals in Sigma School. So previously I was a mechatronics graduate and I changed and transitioned into software development because personally out of all my course, coding was actually the one that made the most sense for me. It was something that I was very passionate in. I'm generally someone who has a lot of ideas. So usually in my free time, I'll be busy doing coding for my side projects and building interesting applications together with my friends. So here in Sigma School, I help students transition from having no coding background or total beginners to becoming independent self-learners with strong fundamentals. When you have a strong fundamentals, no matter what your employers may throw at you, you will still be able to self-learn it up, and that's the best part. Nowadays, being able to self-learn is a very important skill, especially for those aspiring to become developers and anyone who wants to thrive in the 21st century. So why fundamentals? Fundamentals provides you the foundational core on learning how to learn coding and through the best practices, the computational thinking at the core. If you have no prior experience in coding and you're learning from scratch, no worries, because we have actually designed our curriculum to help you get started even though you have no prior background. Fundamentals is about understanding from the basics, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And that's where when you learn from the ground up, you'll be mastering your basics before moving on to the next. So in any websites that you come across, it'll be built usually with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML is basically hypertext markup language, and it's basically the skeleton of your website, and it also has things such as headers, paragraph, and where links will be located. As CSS, on the other hand, it's cascading style sheets, and it's something similar to your skin and clothes. It determines the styles, the colors, the fonts, and overall the aesthetics appeal of the website. So if something that looks really nice, that's because it has very well done CSS. And last but not least, we also have JavaScript, which is very similar to the nervous system of a human body. So it helps with the interactivity, the logic, the functionalities, and very much similar to how the nervous systems of the human body works. So you'll be learning up from the basics on how to build and deploy a website from scratch, fully by yourself, and by the end of the whole fundamentals, you'll be able to understand how to break down big problems into smaller, manageable problems, and that falls under the category of computational thinking as well. Once you have mastered the computational thinking with us, understanding how coding logic works is just a matter of time before you learn up your next tech stack, your next coding language. So the first one may take perhaps 1 month, 2 to 3 months if you need more time. But afterwards, when you're learning up the next tech stack, it's going to be around 2 weeks, 1 month, depending on how different is it compared to what you have already learned. So the reason why it will take you just a few matter of weeks to be able to learn it up is because when you're trying to learn up a new framework or you're trying to learn up a new coding language, it's like trying to open a door. And when you're at the door, you're trying to find what is the key to open it up. And when you're trying to get that key, the first few times maybe you're just trying out, cannot figure out what's the key. But when you actually find that one key that can open that door, and that multi-purpose key open up many other doors, that's when you know you have already learned how to understand the fundamentals and build up from there. Yeah, so that's why the first one may take you longer, but once your fundamentals is strong, it allows you to learn up so much more from there by yourself. So what do I do? On a weekly basis, I teach coding to new beginners, and I'll be showing you how are you able to apply the concept that you have learned into coding projects, real-world projects that you can add to your portfolio and showcase to your employers. So employers are no longer looking for just people with certificates, but they are looking for those that can come in and code solutions to their problems. What better way to showcase that than to put your projects on your portfolio and show that you are able to build using this tech stack. It could be something very advanced, it could be something new that you just learn up, and that interest it will show, and that skills it will show as well in your projects. It's not in the certificate, but it's in the projects that you are able to build. I also plan and curate workshop projects so that students can apply their JavaScript logic, APIs, GitHub to manage their projects, as well as CRUD functionalities, so that it's very similar to what any Web 2 applications are able to do. So CRUD is basically create, read, update, and delete. And if you are able to showcase that your projects have this sort of skills, chances are you'll be having the skill sets that employers are looking for when you get started on work. So what's the plans for students? So my end goal is to train up students who have the key ability to self-learn and to always have a curiosity to explore the coding world. The reason why the industry pays so well in the first place for these talented developers is because they're expected to be independent self-learners and to be able to code out solutions to their problems. It's not easy, but it sure pays well when you have taken the time to master that skill. So, by the time they're done with fundamentals, students should have an interest in the coding world, and they'll be independent learners constantly setting goals for themselves to grow. And once you're done with the module, it doesn't end there. It's just an exciting journey ahead as a developer. So, interested in getting started in your coding career today? I'm here in Sigma School, ready to guide you along in your fundamentals course, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.